Artist Gang. It's your girl Nisha.
It's your boy Marcus.
And we are back with another video, guys. Right. We're actually here. We're finally doing our hot topics. We know that you guys missed hot topics, so here we are doing a video today. As you see from the description, we are speaking about the baby mama, baby daddy, and the McDonald's video.
The ratchet baby mama.
Yes. I don't know if you guys have saw this video, but you want to get a little more into the details?
Well, pretty much the baby daddy came to drop off McDonald's to one of his children, and the baby mama was there, and she tried to put him on blast for saying that he only got food for his child and not the other children.
Today my baby daddy come here with one meal for my child, but I have 3 other kids. We have 1 kid together, but he only want to come and bring one thing to McDonald's. But what about my other kids? Look, there he go, and I bet you he only got 1 thing in there. I bet you he don't even... I'm finna expose out of him so people can see how he really is. It ain't more than enough food in that bag for everybody. What's up? Because I'm finna expose you. What? Because that don't look enough for all my kids. That don't look enough for all my kids. What is that? That's just 1 burger? 1 burger, 1 fry?
What he like? What do you mean?
Okay, what about my other kids?
What about your other kids?
Okay, but them your kids' siblings though.
What are you talking about? What are you
Them my kids, them your kids' siblings though. So my other kids finna be left out.
You didn't feed them?
You know I don't get my food stamps to the 7.
Yes.
You know, it's a lot more to it, but that's pretty much the gist of what happened in the video. But come to find out, you know, they used to be a couple, and when they was together, he used to feed the other children McDonald's too.
But I guess, I mean...
then they broke up. So since they broke up, you know, he was just bringing food for the 1 child.
But at the end of the day, I feel like that child is really his only responsibility, especially if you're not with someone. Why would that be your responsibility?
I agree.
You know? So he's bringing food to your child, and she stated that she didn't get food stamps until a certain day in the month.
See,
what does that have to do with him?
That's the thing that's crazy. So you're gonna get mad at him because you didn't have enough money or whatever the case may be to feed your other children, and he's taking responsibility for his child. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's just crazy. And on top of that, she did another video, and in the other video you see that her hair was done, she had makeup on, her nails was done,
eyelashes.
Yeah, eyelashes, all that.
I'm the baby mama who was upset at her baby daddy because he only decided to give his child McDonald's and not the rest of my other 3 kids. I have 4 kids. You knew the situation when you dated me. Our child is the youngest child. So keep that in mind before y'all make me the villain. That means all my other kids knew him. He was buying the McDonald's when we were together.
So you mean to tell me you have enough money for that, but you don't have money to feed your other kids? You know
and it's so crazy to me because I feel like there's a lot of great fathers in this world, but like you're trying to knock him for not doing for your other kids that's not his kids. But
right.
Say he didn't bring McDonald's. You'll be mad at him for not bringing McDonald's. He tried to bring McDonald's, and she was like, what is that, only 1 hamburger, 1 fry, and a drink? That's enough for the child.
Right.
You know, but I felt like I would have been like, okay, well, my child just gonna come eat in the car.
Well, that's what the dude said. If you remember, the dude said, how about you just bring him out and he could come eat in the car or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, but I think she was being kind of petty, if you ask me. You know, sometimes they get mad because the dude is no longer doing what they want the dude to do. You know what I'm saying?
I felt like she wanted him to do everything. She probably wanted him to pay the bills, buy everybody food, get her hair, her nails, her gas, whatever, you know.
Exactly.
But I felt like he wasn't wrong.
No longer was doing what he used to do. He's out her life now, and she mad that he's still coming around doing what he's supposed to do. You know, and this is the thing. You know, men always get blamed for being deadbeat dads and this, that, and the third. But now we see the other side to the picture. Maybe it's not that the dudes are deadbeat dads. Maybe they just don't want to deal with that drama. that comes along with these baby mamas.
Well, what do I always say? Be careful who you have kids with, because you just never know. I mean, it's like you just don't know. But it's sad for the kids, because the kids see what's going on. You know, now he's being penalized. You know, sometimes I feel like they treat the kids different too. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
well, one thing I would say, in most cases, not all cases, but a lot of cases, you know, these females don't really think about that. You know, they just think about themselves, and, you know, they just do what they do and don't even think about the repercussions about it. How it's going to affect the kids, you know, how it's going to affect, you know, them growing up and their relationship between the dad and all that. You know, they don't think about that.
So like, if you were in that situation, like, what would you have did? Like, say it was someone with 3 kids, like,
I wouldn't even be in that situation.
No, but I'm just saying, like, would you take just your child food, or would you take all the kids' child?
I would have took just my child food.
Exactly.
Yeah. You know, especially the way she act. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's not my responsibility to give all your children food. You know what I'm saying?
And sometimes I feel like when you do stuff out the kindness of your heart, like for people, for other people's kids and stuff like that, they take advantage and expect it to always be like that, when sometimes that's not the case. Like, that's not really your responsibility. If you choose to do something for somebody out the kindness of your heart, okay. But don't always expect me to bring your child food, your child to give, your child. You know, this child is my main priority.
Right.
You know, and I felt like what he did was not wrong. You know, and it's sad that, like we said, that men have to go through this, because a lot of times now, like on my Facebook, I see a lot of men take care of their children. Basically, like, they live with the dad now.
You know, the misconception is that the men there's no good men out there. The men are deadbeat dads and everything. That's a total lie and misconception. You know, a lot of the times the dudes are good dudes. They try to do they're trying to do what they got to do, and then it be the woman, you know, to do it and mess everything up to make the men be the way they are.
And a lot of times they're holding the children over their heads, like, well, you won't see Tutu no more, or you know, like, it's sometimes it doesn't have to be like that. And like we said earlier, it affects the children. Little do you know, they peep everything, they see everything, they feel everything. So you have to be very, very careful on what you do and what you say around your kids.
The children are seeing that. Like,
that's
you
what
know,
I said.
They're seeing that, and they don't know what's going on. And they don't know what to think, and it's very confusing. You know what I'm saying? And it would have really de-escalated the situation if she would have just let the one son come out and get his McDonald's. But someone made a good point on Anton Daniels' show yesterday. Shout out to Anton Daniels. Someone said if they would have saw the other child get McDonald's and they didn't get it, it would have caused animosity between that child and the other kids.
Sometimes it causes issues.
Right.
That's why I said I would have pulled my kid to the side, or been like, okay, I'm taking
my kid
somewhere. You take them out if you know that the other kids are inside of the household, because I do understand that.
Right.
But at the same time, he was still doing what he had to do for his child. He didn't know that she was going to be acting all crazy and stuff. You know, and she already had it in her mind, like, oh, I'm about to expose him. Like, she already had it in her mind what she was going to do before he pulled up.
Oh yeah. That's her being petty. Yeah. That's her being petty, and that's the type of woman you got to watch out for. And it's crazy because when Kevin Samuels died, a lot of women was, you know, celebrating him passing away. But now with what we just seen here, it's exposing exactly what he was talking about.
Right.
You know, and I mean, Kevin Samuels got a lot of backlash for what he was talking about, but in this video is a clear illustration of exactly what he was talking about is the problem when it comes to black men and women's relationships.
And then another thing I was thinking, I was like, maybe she was doing it for clout, because nowadays everybody do things for clout, so she may have had it in her mind because the video actually went viral. So it's bringing
That's all everybody talking about.
It's bringing a lot of attention to her and him. It may not have been so good, you know, like, she probably was plotting on it, because like I said, when he pulled up, she's like, oh, here you go, like, I'm about to start with him, this and that. So she probably knew that the video was going to go viral.
Some people are saying it's a skit. A lot of people are saying it's a skit.
people do.
I wouldn't
that's what I'm saying.
even be surprised if it is.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but then she came out with the rebuttal video trying to defend herself, but she actually dug herself in more of a hole.
But I saw something else on TikTok that was basically a skit to where someone was reacting to what they did. So maybe they was referring to that as a skit. But that situation, I don't
But
know.
you never know, because nowadays, like me and Nisha was talking about earlier, we were saying what's real and what's fake nowadays. It's a lot of fake stuff going on nowadays to where you don't even know what's real and what's fake. A lot of people be doing whatever just for the clout these days, you know?
That's true.
So
have you guys saw the video? How do you feel about the video? Do you think she was wrong? Do you think he was wrong? Like, what should have been done in this situation? You know, it's just crazy because you see stuff like this every single day. The dads try so hard to be in the kids' lives. They, you know, and it's just like
a lot of the times, you know, the baby mom just be bitter sometimes. You know, it's a lot of different things. They wish they was with the baby daddy. They see the baby daddy move on to another woman, and then that get them mad to where they want to be petty and stuff. You know, it's all types of things that happen, and it causes friction between the kids and stuff like that.
And it's so crazy because I feel like kids nowadays need both of their parents, because we see it all the time. You know, like a lot of little boys are yearning for the love of a man. Like, we see it all the time. You know how they like. You know,
yeah. We see it all the time. Like when I go to pick up Amir from school, for instance, the way the young men, the little kids gravitate to me, and they just be desperately in need for that male model. You know, that male role model. You know, that male figure in their life. You know, so yeah, it's very important. And that dude was stepping up, doing what he's supposed to do as a dad. You know, there for his child. And the mom blocked that.
Maybe she was mad because he didn't bring her no food. She probably like, this ain't enough for all of us. You just
one thing, they said that he brought the son McDonald's every day. That's a problem in itself right there. Why are you bringing the child McDonald's every day? Our kids don't even touch McDonald's.
Nah, our kids has never had McDonald's. It may sound crazy, guys, but our kids don't even look at McDonald's. They never had McDonald's. You know, like,
we barely
Chick-fil-A.
We might go there just to do a video, like the big McDonald's on iDrive. You know, that's it.
And Amir already like,
Like, when we went to that McDonald's, Amir didn't even want to eat McDonald's when we went there.
Guys, in our house, we call it McDoodles, and we had to tell them that it makes your stomach hurt and then it make you poop, because we know that it's not good for them. So that's just like the little joke in our family. So every time they see McDonald's,
Amir is literally scared to eat McDonald's. He does not want to touch McDonald's.
One day he had a slushie, remember?
Yeah, he was like, I don't want to eat. I'm just give me a slushie. I don't even want to eat the food.
And he had diarrhea from the slushie. And we said, see, that's why you don't eat McDoodles.
He sure did.
Yep. So we're just here talking about this video, guys. Please let us know if you enjoy our Vibing with Marcus and Nisha videos, so that I guess we could continue to know if we need to do these videos. If you like, I
think we should, because we have good conversations when it comes to these topics and everything.
And it's so crazy because like we literally talk about topics all the time, but we just don't.
And we have the good conversations, like when she's on her way to work talking to me and everything. We always have good conversations on these topics, and I'm like, we need to put this on video.
Right. You know? This is the end of this video. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Turn on your notification post bell so that you are notified when we have a new video, guys. All right. Good night.